Joining me today is Charlene Lovett, who is a councilwoman in the Claremont City Council. And Charlene, we're talking about the train station, and the case study says the community has to embrace it.
Right.
That's what you've looked at. Mm-hmm. What do they mean by the community? Is it the leadership in the community, or is it the ground up?
It's both. I mean, the leadership has to figure out in the short term and the long term, how do they want to incorporate train transportation into their economic development plans. But once that vision is set, and once those short and long-term plans are pretty much identified, then the next step is you have to have community support and buy-in. And we've been very fortunate in our work to date. I mean, I can't compliment the communities in the area, not just Claremont. And I'm not just talking about businesses. It's clubs, it's businesses, it's the Chamber of Commerce. People who are willing to step up and contribute either time or materials to enhance and improve the train station.
So tell me, what are the short-term plans for the train station as one of the hubs of economic development? And what are the long-term plans? Okay.
At the end of...
And maybe the committee hasn't reached consensus, and
right.
I don't want you to represent the committee, and it can be just your opinion, so
Well, as the chair of the committee, I work closely with the other 4 members, and we're all in agreement that one of our... we've completed one of our top 3 priorities with the signage, so that's done. But the next thing is the bus transportation. If you recall, being outside of the city center, it makes it very difficult for passengers who get off of the train and expect there to be some type of connecting transportation service. We have no taxi service in Claremont, but we do have a bus transportation service. It's called CATS. And we have worked with the interim executive director to extend the current bus route and have it include the train station, and so now we have bus transportation Monday through Friday for the morning train.
Oh, and is this part of the Community Alliance network?
Yeah, Community Alliance of Human Services is the umbrella organization, and then under that organization they have the bus transportation service, which the acronym for that is CATS.
Okay, and so now the bus route goes through the train station?
Yes, it is extended down to the train station, and it meets the morning train that comes in at 11:42 Monday through Friday. And then we're working on the back end to provide bus transportation in the evening service, but that's going to require more funding because they currently only provide bus transportation till 5. So we're going to have to extend their hours of service, and I'm working with various stakeholders in the community to get that funding. So.
Do you see ridership using the train and stopping here, or is it too early to tell?
Are you talking about train ridership or bus ridership?
Train, people getting off at the stop. How active is that stop?
Okay, when we looked at the ridership statistics, we looked over 8 years. Mm-hmm. And over those 8 years, the ridership, with the exception of 2011, was progressively higher. Reason why 2011 wasn't higher was because you had 2 phenomenons. You had Tropical Storm Irene, and then they had to do some major repair work on the rail lines or upgrades. So with the exception of 2011, over 8 years, ridership went up 48%. So we don't have any reason to believe that ridership would go down, mm-hmm. but we don't want to leave chance to hope ridership goes up in the future. We want to drive that.
You want to be proactive.
Right. So, in fact, some people who have questions about, well, how do I use the train? They want to talk to somebody, and we don't have an office here specifically focused on train travel. However, we do have Wheelock Travel Agency. So we worked out an agreement with her. She is going to become the point of contact for all questions with regard to train travel.
So can people buy their tickets through her?
They can, because Amtrak is pushing for e-ticketing. Mm-hmm. And in the younger generations, people love e-ticketing. It's not a problem. But we have a lot of people in the community who would rather talk to somebody. And Sarah Wheelock of Wheelock Travel has been very helpful in that. So she is agreed to become the point of contact for train travel, and she will be getting all of the marketing material from Amtrak.
Well, great, thank you.